Hello, once again, y'all. This is Gorgeous Response. Happy July 19th. It's Friday. I hope y'all have a superb Friday. This is my second video of the day, so if you didn't catch the first one, please tune in. But I just quickly want to respond to the incident that happened, I believe it was in North Carolina on Wednesday, where we had the President of the United States at one of his rallies in which he was, basically spilling and spewing out his usual spill to his supporters at his rallies. And he was going about the same thing here in North Carolina. And in the midst of his rallies, you had, as he was talking about, once again, the four freshman congresswomen in the United States Congress. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are familiar of who they are. As the president was talking about these congresswomen in his rally, the crowd did started chanting, and in particular, one congresswoman who will remain nameless, y'all already know, they started chanting, "Send her back, send her back, send her back." And they kept on chanting, and the president, did his, elongated pause as they were chanting, and, he gave his usual, facial expression and posture and so forth. Basically, not stopping or not trying to stop the chant, but they just kept on and on chanting, "Send her back, send her back, send her back." This refers to the comments that the President of the United States made a few days prior, when he said that if these congresswomen, these freshman congresswomen, again, we're talking about the President of the United States stooping down to the level of four freshman congresswomen, women that just came into Congress off the streets, essentially, and were voted into the Congress this last election. And we're talking about the President of the United States stooping down to their level and spouting in a verbal spat with them across social media platform Twitter. And now it has gotten to this level to where the president is starting to feel some steam in terms of his 2020 campaign, and which is obviously the intended, consequence in which the Democrats were trying to achieve. And, as it turns out, they are starting to see some success in their efforts, as devious as these efforts may be, because the Democrats, as we talk about on this show, the Democrats are professional race baiters and professional race mongers. Racist baiters and racist mongers. The Democrats are pros at this. This is their game. This is their turf. This is their category. Nobody can compete. I don't care who you are. You can't compete against this. When the Democrats start their racist torrent, you better be ready and you better move out the way. The President of the United States hasn't quite figured this out yet. And, you get the hint that he just maybe, won't be able to figure it out in time to actually, put up a good defense for it, which is the basic defense is ignore it. Like, ignore it. Start talking about your accomplishment. If you're a president of the United States, you do have accomplishments. You have quite a few, significant accomplishments. Start talking about that and just ignore all this stuff. Ignore all this stuff that the left, the Democrats, freshman congresswomen on Twitter. Like, it's senseless. It's senseless. It's buffoonery. Obviously, it's egomaniacal on the President of the United States part. You know, as we talk about on the show, we know the President of the United States has a more than healthy ego on him. And so what the Democrats are doing is they feel like they have him where they want him at in terms of using his ego against him to defeat him, to make him a one-term president. And this, you know, basically they're just going back to old reliable. You know, they're coming up and concocting different type of ways to use old reliable against this president and his ego. And you know, I'm telling y'all right here. I don't know where y'all hearing it from elsewhere, but I'm telling y'all right here on this show, Gorgeous Responds, that the President of the United States, should he keep up in these verbal spats with these freshman congresswomen and with these liberal Democrats on these social media platforms, he will lose 2020. He will not be reelected. He will be a one-term president. A one-term president. He will be that. And, you know, he won't like that, obviously. You know, a big ego guy like him, that's going to hurt him. He won't like it. But more than that, if y'all checked out my videos, y'all know that I told y'all the current state of the world as far as foreign relations, as far as all the unrest that's going on in the Middle East. We got Iran out here jacking ships in international waters. They're shooting down drones. They're shooting at ships. They've shot and hit an American tanker ship. They shot down an American drone. They're stirring up all type of chaos with these proxy terrorist bands that they're supporting and controlling throughout the Middle East. We got North Korea, you know, on the hook in terms of, you know, what they're going to do with, you know, their continual persistence in nuclear proliferations. You know, we got Russia is watching everything we do. China's watching everything we do. You know, Germany is watching. Everybody is watching the United States of America right now. And we need a strong and resolute leader at the helm who's going to be able to handle the pressure and do the job and do it well and execute. And I'm telling y'all, we don't really have it. I don't see it on the Democratic side of the fence. I just don't see it. I see a lot of softies. I see a lot of appeasers. I see a lot of people who, you know, aren't qualified for a leadership role. Okay? I see a lot of, you know, just, you know, give everything to everybody for free. That's not what America is built on. America is built on work, hard work, and trust. I mean, hard work and excelling in your work and building. And so that's what America is built on. We ain't talking about the slavery stuff. We already know, the early goings on in how slaves built everything. We already know that. That was the world. Okay, that was just not the United States of America. People want to single out that as just being, exclusively the United States of America used slave labor to build and construct, free labor. That was the world over, people. That wasn't just here on the United States soil. That was the world over, everywhere, back in those antiquity times. Okay, get over it. That's what I'm saying. Did he just say get over slavery? Get over it. Okay? So what I'm telling y'all is these are dangerous times right now. These are really dangerous times, and we need a strong leader at the helm. And I'm telling y'all, the Democrats are not showing us much. You know what I'm saying? They spewing out a bunch of this, and I'll give you this for free, and I'll give you that for free, and I'll give you the other thing for free. They spewing out a bunch of this bull crap. that's basically going to bankrupt this country and not make it the United States of America as we know it, as we experienced it throughout our lifetimes. It's not going to be the United States of America where anybody can get rich at any point in time in their life anymore. It's going to be something else. It's going to be something else, like a lot of these countries that you see around the rest of the world. So we cannot afford to have a weak leader at the helm at this particular moment, this particular time in our present. We need a strong and resolute leader, with a core strength and with an exterior strength. And I'm telling y'all, the Democrats simply don't have it at this point in time. They don't have it. So the fact that the president of the United States keeps on putting his foot in his mouth and stooping down to the level of people that are so much beneath him on social media platforms like Twitter, just to feed his humongous, massive ego, which just must eat. It must eat at all times and at all costs. It must eat. I'm telling y'all, it is totally unbecoming. I'm telling y'all, it is a sore sight for the eyes. And I'm telling y'all, it's infuriating. It really makes you mad. It makes me mad. Because I don't need a weak leader that represents the United States of America at the helm. I don't respond well to weak leadership. So, again, practical leader, but strength. So, this right here is totally unbecoming of the President of the United States. And I'm telling y'all, if he keeps up down this path with, but the Democrats are able to corner him and put pressure on him with this, they're actually able to be successful in these racist, attacks against him, and actually starting to, pierce the armor. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all in other videos? Death by 1,000 freaking cuts. That's their strategy at this point. They're trying to cut him to death. Death by 1,000 cuts against this president of the United States to make him lose 2020. And the way they're doing it is they're doing it by old reliable, baby. Old reliable. The racist way. And I'm telling y'all, it's gaining steam, and more people start to catch wind of it. I've already had people that I know that voted for the president of the United States last campaign that tell me that they're not voting this time. I'm not talking about myself. It's real spit. I'm not lying. It's real spit. I've had people that I know that voted for him last campaign that tell me they're not voting this campaign because they're sick of his stuff going on with this Twitter, this back and forth spouting and spatting and spewing this garbage with these freaking freshman congresswomen. Just came off the freaking street. Didn't even know who they were. We knew who the president of the United States were. We don't even know who these people are or who they were. Now we know who they are. A lot chiefly because of him. They're saying they won't vote for him. And I'm telling y'all, this right here is going to become more and more as we go on in this campaign. People are going to get sick and tired. The Democrats are just going to bleed them with these newspapers. They're going to bleed them with this media. They're going to put races everywhere you go. They're going to put quotes. They're going to put, these chants, which is the latest from Israeli crowds. Send her back, send her back. And that won't be the last time you heard those chants in this campaign either. That was not going to be the last time. So everywhere he goes now, he's going to get some of that. And that's heat. That's heat. You think the Democrats don't like that? You think they don't like that? It's just more fuel to the fire, baby. They're going to keep on pressing this race. They feel like they got something. They're going to keep on pushing this racist button, and they're going to keep on pushing it hard. And I'm telling you, the President of the United States, he better cool it. He better start focusing on his accomplishments and things that he's doing right in his administration, or he will indeed lose 2020. He will indeed be a one-term president. Mark my words. Enough said.